Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining us for this promotional video for our upcoming International Women's Day event starting the Kawartha World Issues Centre, Kawartha Sexual Assaut Centre, and a ton of other local organizations and sponsors. In our video today, Councilor Zippel will be introducing herself and reading the International Women's Day 2022 Proclamation, followed by Jocelyn detailing what you can expect at our event on March 8th, finishing off with Shaylin sharing the theme of this year's event and sharing a preview of the research the Kawartha World Issues Centre is conducting for gender equality. Before we begin, I want to highlight how our topic of International Women's Day and gender equality connects to the land we're on today. In Peterborough, Nogojiwanong, we're conducting this video and our event on the traditional and treaty territory of the Michi Saagiig Anishinabeg, also known as Treaty 20 or the Williams Treaty. As we introduce our event, which highlights the inequities between genders and promotes the combined strengths of women in addressing them, I want us to begin in a good way by holding space for the Indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit peoples whose traditional knowledge and practice have brought us here, and the Indigenous women, girls, and Two-Spirit peoples who continue to uphold them to this day. As some of our speakers today will share, in order for us to ensure that nobody is left behind in our effort for positive social change, it's crucial that we highlight the multifaceted identities that make up the lives of all women. Thank you so much for joining me in this acknowledgement. So first up, we have Councilor Zippel with the International Women's Day 2022 Proclamation.
Thank you, Lucas. And hello, my name is Kim Zippel, and I'm a councillor for the City of Peterborough, representing Otonabee Ward in the south end of Nogojiwanong, Peterborough. I'm truly honored to be part of recognizing the aims and objectives of International Women's Day, and want to say thank you, miigwech, to the Kawartha World Issues Centre, the Kawartha Sexual Assault Centre, and their many partners for hosting this virtual community event to recognize and celebrate International Women's Day 2022. The local theme this year is timeless, and one that can be embedded in all that we think, say, or do. The theme is Advancing Gender Equality in Nogojiwanong, Peterborough, Local and Global Perspectives for Leaving No One Behind. This theme is more than just a slogan. It's a call to action for all of us. More than ever before, we are reminded that we must find ways to keep moving forward together, to shine a light on the potential beauty and stability of a world where people of all genders are free from discrimination and prejudice. As we experience the impacts of a global pandemic, witness the tragedy of war, and feel the tensions in our community over perceived rights without the accompanying tenets of civic responsibility, the self over the greater good, it is ever more challenging to shut out the negativity and to avoid being caught up in systems which can strangle or distort our beliefs and move us away from the deep human connections that sustain us and build strong, healthy, and compassionate communities. This year, on International Women's Day, we can reflect on ways to bring understanding and share the importance of advancing gender equality, leaving no one behind, to help our family, friends, and our community grasp the importance of working toward a world that enshrines equal rights, responsibilities, and opportunities for all. There are many significant themes across the globe to honor this day, and the UN General Assembly recognizes that nations celebrate uniquely and in accordance with their own national traditions. As such, the Government of Canada's 2022 theme for International Women's Day is Women Inspiring Women, which is the basis of the proclamation from the City of Peterborough, which I will now read on behalf of the Deputy Mayor of Peterborough, Andrew Beamer. Whereas in 1977, the United Nations General Assembly adopted a resolution calling on member states to proclaim a day for women's rights and international peace. Whereas each year, International Women's Day is celebrated on March 8th to mark the economic, political, cultural, and social achievements of women. Whereas the Government of Canada's theme for the 2022 International Women's Day campaign is Women Inspiring Women, calling on each of us to help create a gender equal world. Whereas the City of Peterborough proudly recognizes the values that guide the International Women's Day movement: justice, dignity, hope, equality, collaboration, tenacity, appreciation, respect, empathy, and forgiveness. Therefore, be it resolved that I, Councilor Kim Zippel, on behalf of Andrew Beamer, Deputy Mayor of the City of Peterborough, do hereby proclaim Tuesday, March 8th, 2022 to be International Women's Day in the City of Peterborough. I encourage all citizens to celebrate all of the women and girls who inspire us by demonstrating leadership in the choices they make in their day-to-day lives to contribute to the social, economic, cultural, and political spheres. Thank you so much. Shi miigwech.
Thank you so much, Councilor Zippel. Next up, we have Jocelyn from the Kawartha Sexual Assault Centre.
Hello, thank you, Lucas. Hi, everyone. My name is Jocelyn. I'm with Kawartha Sexual Assaut Centre, and we are so excited to be partnering with Kawartha World Issues Centre for this year's International Women's Day event. As mentioned, our theme for this year's event is Advancing Gender Equality in Nogojiwanong, Peterborough, Local and Global Perspectives for Leaving No One Behind. To go over a bit about what the event will look like this year, it is going to be fully virtual again and will be held over Zoom tomorrow, Tuesday, March 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. We will have the Eventbrite link in the description of this video that you can follow to register for the event. The event itself is completely free, but you will need to pre-register in order to present the Zoom meeting link for the event. The Zoom will open at 5:45 p.m. and we will start the event in a good way with an opening drum from Janet McHugh and a welcome from Chief Lori Carr of Hiawatha First Nation and City Councillor Kemi Akapo. The majority of the event will focus on our panel of speakers who will speak to this year's International Women's Day themes, followed by an open discussion. We are so excited to share that this year's panel features Shaylin Wabajigig, who will be sharing Kawartha World Issues Centre's Gender Equality Project and speaking to Indigenous leadership, William Ward, who will speak to the Gender Equity Index and discuss the impacts of people's intersectional identities, and Julia Anderson, who will share best practices globally on advancing gender equality and how we can do better here. Our panelists all bring unique perspectives, knowledge, and intersectionalities to our discussion, and we are so thankful for each of them offering their time to participate. Following our panel, the event will close with a performance from Sarah Lewis, Peterborough's Poet Laureate, and a closing prayer from Elder Phyllis Williams. We are so excited for this year's event and panel and hope to see you virtually there tomorrow night. Again, the Eventbrite link will be listed in the description of this video for you to follow and register with.
Thank you so much, Jocelyn. To finish up today's video, we have Shaylin from the Kawartha World Issues Centre.
Anin, hello. Thanks, miigwech, everyone. My name is Shaylin Wabajigig. I'm a Mamawinini Algonquin Anishinabeg. My family comes from Temiskaming First Nation, Germany, and Ireland. And I'm currently the Program and Outreach Coordinator at the Kawartha World Issues Centre, affectionately known as QUIC. And I'm also the Project Coordinator for the project Advancing Gender Equality in Nogojiwanong, Peterborough. For my panel presentation at our International Women's Day community event, I have the honor of sharing about the work we did to advance gender equality this year. I will give you a preview of what I will discuss in more detail on the panel. So this project engaged local women and gender diverse people in 6 workshop conversations to hear their stories and perspectives on gender and their intersecting identities. The project was led by a steering team of local gender equality advocates who guided the project, decided on the focus of each workshop, and which organizations to partner with. We had partner organizations who serve the populations we aim to engage, and they helped us identify participants for each workshop. During the discussions, participants shared what they believe gender equality is, what are the foundations of gender equality in our community, what barriers they are currently facing, and where they find support locally. These workshop conversations were rich and deep discussions that will be distilled into a 10-page final project report that the community can expect at the end of March. Our project also contributed to the Equal Futures Network map, which is a virtually interactive map where you can see all the places that advance gender equality across the country. If you want to learn more about the project, we will provide a link to our project webpage and a link to the Equal Futures Network map. Finally, one more exciting thing happening at the International Women's Day event is the launch of the 4-page Peterborough Vital Signs report on gender equality in partnership with the Community Foundation of Greater Peterborough. This unique report is informed by the Gender Equality Project, but is also based on a community survey of local charities and nonprofit groups on gender equality locally. You won't want to miss it. Thanks, Miigwech, for listening.
Thanks so much, Shaylin. And thank you all for watching. Make sure to register for our event using the Eventbrite link in the description, and we hope to see you there. Take care.